Hello everyone, Rurikhan here with the Rurikhan Show, bringing you everything that's up to date with me, which is obviously incredibly selfish, but what can I say? You guys seem to enjoy it, so here it goes once again. So getting started right ahead, what I really wanted to tell you guys is just get rid of the usual stuff, which is all of the comments read in this show are comments made on Rurikhan.com. So you guys already know if you want to get your comments featured for a chance to get them featured, get your ass to my website. And I might not be making a whole bunch of sense because it is 3:23 a.m. It is incredibly late, and I've been recording several videos late today because, yeah, lots of stuff's been happening. I haven't recorded a Rurikhan Show in quite some time. I do believe this is either 19 or 20 or something like that. I don't know. Just look at the title if you really want to know the specifics, really. Come on. So there's a lot that we got to discuss today. Really lots of stuff's been happening, which means have lots of comments here to address today. And I had to really select them too selectively for my taste. You guys know that I love answering every single comment, but it has just not been possible, and you guys will know why soon, because you guys might be wondering, oh, you're just getting bigger and you don't care about the community. That is not the case. It is because I'm actually doing a lot more stuff apart from video production itself, because TGN needs help. TGN is growing, and I am helping TGN grow. I'm doing several other stuff that does not include video production, which is obviously takes a lot of time. So yeah, anyways, before we get into all that, I'd like to give a big shout out to my friend Paul Desmond. Made a huge donation, well, quite some time ago actually, because of how long it took me to make this particular Rurikhan Show. But big thanks, big shout out to Paul Desmond. Thank you very much for your donation, dude. It was amazing. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into a couple of community comments, shall we? So, Machiavelli 1996 says, hey, Ruri, really enjoyed these guides. He was writing this on my Scoundrel guides. Definitely the class for me. Also enjoyed your counselor videos, and I was wondering if you could maybe do a Scoundrel or Counselor series. I would definitely really enjoy that. Thanks again, Machiavelli. Well, problem with that is that I really don't have the time to invest to make a commented video, a proper video, reflecting the storyline of SWTOR, because it is so big and there's so many side quests, so much stuff in SWTOR that really doing something like that would be like a full-time commitment, like New Game Plus for Dark Souls. And I figured most of you guys really want the New Game Plus one and not really SWTOR. I mean, you guys want SWTOR second. I will be making videos for SWTOR. I'm actually thinking up of a series that I want to make for SWTOR, but it does not include covering the story of SWTOR, which is quite huge, and you should enjoy it by yourselves anyway. Anyways, thank you very much for your comment, Machiavelli 1996. Next up, we have In the Cooler. In the Cooler says, you and your playthrough is the reason why I bought this game. This is obviously about Dark Souls, and I am glad I did, as it is fantastic fun to play. I would have passed this game up thinking that it would be too frustrating, but that is not the case. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks for the epic playthrough. Enjoyed every episode you did. Cheers. Still a lot more to come. As a matter of fact, just before this video, I was recording what should probably be like either 3 or 4 episodes of New Game Plus. In fact, no, I'm not gonna spoil what it is. You guys will have to see for yourselves. Come on. Yeah, but I did just record like 3 or 4 episodes. It's from episode 15 onwards is what I just recorded today. So yeah, I'm glad that you bought Dark Souls. I'm glad I introduced Dark Souls to a lot of people, because these are the types of games that I plan on introducing to people. There's going to be several games which I feel will be undervalued, and I'm going to be there defending them for the underdogs. Didn't sound right. Anyways, next up, from The Ghost Who Walks. He posted this in my Rurikhan Show post-Christmas, which has been quite some time ago. A launch like Star Wars must have been one of the biggest in history. I do agree that it would have sold just as much after Christmas if it was not rushed. Yep, that's correct. If I remember correctly, they did a stress test only 5 days before the early access. Yep. So that gave them only 5 days to fix any issues they found. They should have had more time to fix issues, especially to have another stress test. That aside, have you seen that Piranha Games are working on an online variant of BattleTech called MechWarrior Online? I'd really like to know if you would consider playing that game. Well, right now, I mean, my gaming time is pretty much fixed, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that goes through walks. But I have to say that I did bought MechWarrior once. Which one was it? I think it was MechWarrior 3, and I loved that game. I really like that game. But at the moment, it is not a priority to me because there are several other games that I enjoy a lot more that I really need to play. So, yeah, sorry about that goes through walks. Next up from Kelly, she posted this also in the Rurikhan Show post-Christmas, and she has this to say. Been level cap in SWTOR for a while and starting to burn out on the game, lol. Done over 50 normal flashpoints now, edging to 75-ish, and there are only 3 to do with poor loot rewards. Starting hard mode instance and just find it all rather dull. Really can't wait for Guild Wars 2. That is the game I have been waiting for, and new SWTOR would be a stopgap for me. Don't know why someone would hate your voice, but don't pay attention to them. Your voice is that of an angel. You should sing some songs that will win people over. Yeah, that's not really gonna happen. I mean, I've sung. I should probably sing Manowar, dude. No, Manowar would be the shit. I should sing Manowar. Like, hear this song of courage long into the night. So for now, wait. No, never mind. I can't really stretch my voice too much because I just recorded like an hour and a half of Dark Souls, so my voice is already like cracking up and dying on me. So I should probably not stretch it all that much. But there you go, Kelly, a little preview of Courage by Manowar, which, just in case you guys don't know, Manowar is like my favorite band of all times. Manowar living on the road. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit carried away here. Let's take a break from the comments and let's head back to me. So what else has been happening? Well, I've also restarted using Blip, which doesn't really affect you guys. It's just that, here's the thing. As soon as I got YouTube partnership, I was such a scumbag. I really feel like a scumbag. Like, I deserve to get bitch slapped across the face, like something like this. But what happened was I first started out making videos on YouTube, obviously you all know. But since I couldn't monetize videos on YouTube, I started using Blip.tv. And I used Blip.tv for a while, monetized lots of stuff on Blip.tv. They were the ones who actually made me, let's say, my first online dollar. And I was a scumbag because as soon as I got partnership with YouTube, I was like, oh, I'm done, peace. But it's really not fair because, I mean, come on, Blip.tv really supported me at the start. Unlike YouTube, which were bastards to me, but Blip.tv really supported me. Not to mention that Blip.tv, in my opinion, has a far superior encoder than YouTube. And it has a lot of stuff that a lot of people can't really appreciate. But basically what I did was I've been uploading my Dark Souls playthrough, like all of it, to Blip.tv because it's one of my best works I've ever done, even though it didn't have the success I was expecting. It's definitely some of the best stuff I've ever done. And I feel that the guys over at Blip.tv did a wonderful job and they deserved it. So I'm going to be uploading stuff to Blip.tv as well. And yeah, I hope they don't take it personal that I've kind of almost abandoned them once I got partnered with YouTube. It was really a scumbag thing of me to do. And I regret it now because I really feel that they should be supported a whole lot more because they deserve to be supported a lot more than YouTube because they don't ask for all this stuff for partnerships and whatnot. They just like, boom, done. This is not complaining all that much about YouTube. At least I'd like to think it's not, but you know, it's just, once again, rooting for the underdog. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be posting some stuff on Blip.tv, but it's going to be also on YouTube, and everything is obviously going to be on Rurikhan.com, my website. So if you just stay tuned to the website, you won't miss a thing. Also, stay tuned to my social networks and all that stuff, because I don't have all that much people on Facebook, Twitter, and I've been really active on those networks like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all that stuff. Links are in the description, guys. I mean, make sure to follow me on those places. Send me messages there and whatnot. It's good to interact with people on those social networks, and I try to be as active as I possibly can on those stuff as well as on my website, obviously. Also with blip.tv comes iTunes. So for those of you who want to watch, me play games or me doing the Rurikhan Show, me doing whatever, on your iPod, on your iPhone or whatever, you can just go to iTunes and download my stuff and all that crazy stuff. Just go to iTunes, look up for Rurikhan, and you will find me there as well. If you go to blip.tv, you can find me on Rurikhan as well. And that is enough of that. Let's move on. A lot of you guys have also been asking for Dark Souls New Game Plus. I can't really promise that, guys, because, there's other games to play. Like, I really want to play Kingdoms of Amalur, and I want to do, like, a full playthrough of that game. And, come on, it can't just be always the same game. Let's not go back into the World of Warcraft situation we had over here. Come on. But yeah, I'm not going to completely discard it. I might, but there's also the chance that I also might go back to Demon Souls, because a lot of you guys have also asked me for that. There's the chance, it's in the air, but not in the near future. Give me some time to play some other games, please, because otherwise it's just going to come to the point where I'm just so sick of this fucking Dark Souls. Which is still not true. I still love Dark Souls and had a blast playing it today, but whatever. Also, a lot of people have asked me to go back into Skyrim, and the thing with Skyrim is that I always want to play Skyrim. Thing is, when I want to play Skyrim, I feel like I should record it, and then it's like, but I don't know which part I should record, which part, because I don't know all that much about Skyrim. Like, on Dark Souls, I know everything there's to know about Dark Souls. Like, I can show you all the interesting stuff. I can also show you all the boring stuff if you guys want, but I can tell you everything I know about Dark Souls, and there's a lot of stuff that I can say. About Skyrim, it's like this big, how should I put it? It's like I just don't know enough about Skyrim, I feel, to do commentary, and a lot of times it feels artificial. That's my problem, but I'm still going to do some Skyrim stuff. It's just, like I said, crazy. I haven't had time, and yeah. But I definitely am going to make more Skyrim stuff as soon as I have time for it, I swear to God. Now then, let's get back on a couple of comments here, shall we? Next comment is by Joe Mama, or Joe Mama. I just figured it's probably Joe Mama, whatever. He says, hey, Ruri, greetings from Canada. You bastard. I wish I was in Canada. Love your videos, man. Keep up the good work. I was wondering if you were planning on making another director versus director video. Those videos rock. Also, being Portuguese, are you a soccer football fan? If so, what is your favorite team? I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a soccer fan, but I do like watching soccer when I get to be at the stadium, which has happened actually a couple of times. My father has gotten us a couple of tickets every now and then, so I get to go with my father to watch the ball game. It sounds like really kiddie stuff to do, but here's the thing. Hanging out with your parents, in my opinion, is something that is actually very important. And you guys are going to be like, oh, fucking mama's boy. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what people think about me. I honestly do not. Obviously, I don't want to be looked at like a jerk or an idiot or whatever. But if someone's going to call me a mama's boy, I don't care. Because here's the thing. I care about my parents. And everyone should care about their parents. And know this. Everyone's time on this earth is limited. And I do not want to be one of those people that... When my parents pass away, I don't want to be one of those people that says, man, I wish I could have been more with my parents, you know? Because a lot of people are like that. You will meet a lot of people that it's like, oh, their parents die, and all of a sudden like, oh my God, I never got to say this to my parents or whatever. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be one of those people that continues to have the company of his parents for as long as I possibly can. Because I enjoy hanging out with my parents, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if anyone says that there's something wrong with that, they can go fuck themselves, okay? So yeah, so I get to go to the soccer every now and then with my father. I actually went, today is Monday. I went with him. Well, it's not really Monday. It's Tuesday because it's 3:30 a.m. But yeah, I went with him on Sunday to a soccer match with Benfica, and that is my team. Benfica, baby, that's right. And we won 3-0, baby. That's correct. That is entirely correct. And I've said that is right and that is correct a whole bunch of times. I don't care. We won 3-0, bitch. Okay. So, yeah. Like I said, not a big soccer fan, so to speak, but I do enjoy watching the games in the stadium. It's a lot of fun. And, yeah, pretty much that. Next up from Roy, what headset do you use for your videos? Thanks, Rurikhan. Well, I use this thing here, which is a Gamecom from Plantronics. I don't know. It was a cheap headset that I bought. I actually like the previous model they had, which is not as bulky as this one, and the microphone has a lot better quality than this particular headset. But as you can see from my professional recordings, you know, from my Rurikhan Show and from my video game recordings, I actually use a professional mic. And this professional mic is a T-Bone SC440. If you look through my website and type in the search, probably new microphone or something like that, you'll see the unboxing and you'll see everything you need to know about this microphone. I think it's a really good microphone and it was pretty cheap. Came with the boom stand. Whoa, I'm smacking it around and shit. Came with the boom stand, came with the pop filter here, came with a shock mount, came with everything pretty much that you need for doing this kind of stuff. So I definitely support this microphone. Hasn't let me down so far. And it's actually because of this microphone that you see egg boxes there in the back, because I learned that there's a lot of ambient noise in my room and a lot of echo going on. And yeah, the egg boxes suppress the echo. Anyways, that's what I have to say to you, Roy, about my headset, my microphone. Next up, we have Morik, who posted a comment in my Minecraft series, Khan's Craft, and said, Minecraft love. Rui, can you tell me which texture pack you are using? And nice video, of course. Hope to see more Minecraft stuff soon. Cheers. What texture pack am I using? Are you sure you're watching the right video there, Morik? It's the default texture pack, dude. I haven't changed the thing. The only thing I changed is my skin, and you can change that by going to Minecraft.net, logging in, and changing the skin of your character. Just look up Minecraft skins. You should probably find a tutorial. It's pretty easy to change your Minecraft skin, and I am using the Minecraft skin of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Next up, we have a comment by eman6. I already have this game pre-ordered, and it looks pretty good. This was posted on Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Already have this game pre-ordered and it looks pretty good. I hope they fix a few bugs that you were mentioning. Also, definitely a game I'd love to watch you play. It seems right up your alley. Just got to get it up on hard mode because you were beasting through those guys on this playthrough. That is correct. I want to play that game in hard mode, and I've actually pre-ordered that game today. So yeah. Next up from Castaway. Doesn't look that bad, I have to say at first glance. This is also about Kingdoms of Amalur, by the way. Doesn't look that bad, I have to say at first glance. It feels so generic, though. I mean, there's not a feature in this demo that I haven't already seen 1,000 times on other third-person action RPGs. Not sure it's worth the purchase. Actually, Castaway, there is one feature that you haven't seen in all the other RPGs, and that is the combat system. It has a really cool, awesome combat system. But I guess you got to kind of play it to look around. But basically, it has a combat system that feels very similar to Dark Souls in a way, except it also has a couple of skills mixed in, but it feels very visceral, very action-oriented, and that is the reason why I like the game so much. I did not enjoy the questing so much per se, but I did enjoy that it is a massive world that you can explore, and it has an awesome combat system. I love... If that game did not have the solid combat system it had when I looked at it, I would not have bought it. But I just pre-ordered it today, and I'm going to be making a series on that game, but more on that later. Thank you for your comment, Castaway. Next up from Machiavelli 1996 once again. And this is also about Kingdoms of Amalur. Love this series, man. You've definitely got me interested in this game. I'd like to see some Reckoning videos at retail, but I'm also a die-hard Dark Souls fan, so I wouldn't want you to put your focus elsewhere. Keep it up, man. I'm loving it, Machiavelli. You don't have to worry about that because like I said, I recorded like 4 or 5 episodes just before recording this. So whatever. And as a matter of fact, today I've recorded, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, The 6th video is like 1 hour and a half, which is Dark Souls, so 6. And with this one, 7. I recorded 7 videos today and developed a website. That's how busy I've been today. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be hitting you guys up with some Kingdoms of Amalur, but like I said, more on that later. And now let's step away from the comments once again. Let me just mark the comment that I was reading here. Yeah, next comment should be this one. And let's get back to moi. So I have some news regarding SWTOR, my own personal SWTOR, which is that I've decided that I should make a tanking character. Shouldn't really come as a big surprise to you guys, because you guys know that I just love tanking, and I just wasn't feeling myself fully fulfilled with the Scoundrel. I love the Scoundrel playstyle, loved playing it, but SideStrafe is also taking a little bit of a break from the game, so it gave me time to dedicate myself to another character, and I've been leveling this other character, which is going to be a tank. It is a Shadow. You guys are wondering, what do you mean a Shadow? Why not a Guardian? Because I don't like the Guardian animations. Yes, it is that simple. I have told you guys time and time again that I am an animation whore, and I do not like the Guardian's animations. I'm sorry. It's like, I don't even like the way he just holds the saber. He's like holding the saber and running with the saber in front of him. I mean, imagine the guy trips. He's going to stick a lightsaber right through his fucking forehead. It's retarded. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I do not like the animations on the Jedi Guardian. I do really enjoy the Force Leap, but that is about it. That's probably the only animation I really enjoy in the Jedi Guardian. Whereas in the Jedi Shadow, man, I love those animations. Like, fucking, you kidding me? With the goddamn double blade saber, dude, is like whatever. It's awesome. Okay, so I really like the Shadow, and I'm working on the Shadow. It is currently, as of today, level 31, because I haven't had time to play it today for some goddamn reason. I wonder why, because I've been working like a goddamn bastard. But yeah, I'm going to be making a tank, and I'm going to be making tanking guides. And my new series is going to feature that tank, so expect some of that soon. I'm not sure you guys are going to enjoy the new series or not, but I'm going to leave it a surprise for now. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that some of the comments that you guys are going to leave me on the website, I'm going to try to answer them in text as well, because, I mean, the thing is, me saving up all these comments for the Rurikhan Show, I mean, it's really good because I can address you guys, really voice, you know, one-to-one, really. So, well, it's not really one-to-one because, you know, well, but whatever. I get to read your comments in video. I get to actually answer you guys in video, and I love doing that. But the thing is, because of the time that takes me in between each Rurikhan show, because of all the work that I'm doing right now, it's a little bit too long, and a lot of people obviously don't want to wait that long to get a reply. So I am going to try to reply a little bit more in text on the website. However, on YouTube, it's just been impossible. I mean, I read every single comment I get, and I love all of the comments you guys are leaving me, like, oh my God, this is awesome, like fucking Dark Souls. Yeah, Dark Souls, baby, whatever. And it's really amazing. But I mean, if I was to go to the Dark Souls videos and start posting there as well, I mean, I wouldn't get any work done. I'll be completely honest. It's just, I mean, picture this. Right now, it's 4 a.m. I'm recording a Rurikhan show. Imagine what that says about my time. And it's just, and I'm recording it today because I just said, no, it's not going by after today. It has to be today. It has to be done because the people demand it. They demand the Rurikhan show, and they get the fucking Rurikhan show. You got that? Got that shit? So now let's get back on to the comments, shall we? The next comment is by the Yeti. And Yeti has posted on Dark Souls on that Parish Skirmish, which was the very first video I believe I did. Or wasn't it? I don't remember. It was one of the first New Game Plus videos for Dark Souls. And he said, hi, Rurikhan. Wanted to say thanks for all you've done, and you're doing a great job. I can assure you that the hours I spent watching your videos was not wasted. I will always look back on the memories I've had watching you play games. Dude, that is awesome. I love that support, dude. That's amazing. I must say that your devotion to your fans is incredible. I would have to disagree with that. I could do so much more if I didn't have so much work to do, because this is, to me, this is more important than, you know, just like, oh, I'm successful in YouTube. And it's like, it is important being successful in YouTube. It is more important to have a community that really supports you. And this is why I do the Rurikhan show. You always make sure that your content is good. Well, I try, and satisfies your viewers, and you have always listened to them. And sometimes I've even seen comments that have been rude, at least I think, but that did not stop you, and you even listened to them, which is something I could not do, like letting them decide how your characters should be. You have always done what your fans asked for you, and you keep your promises. One thing that I admired about you is that you don't just put out shitty videos with you playing a popular game, but instead you make videos with good performance that are funny and enjoyable. When I say that you had a channel, when I saw that you, I don't know. I mean, the guy's got a couple of grammatical errors, but I don't judge. When I saw that you had a channel, I auto-subscribed without looking to see what content you had, because I knew that if it was you, it would be good. You are the whole reason I subscribed to TGN, so thanks, Rurikhan. So I just wanted to say thanks for your work, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up, Rurikhan. Thank you very much. It's very nice to hear a comment like that. Thank you very, very much. I would want to address something specific in this comment, which is you've said, where is it? Sometimes I've even seen comments that have been rude, at least I think, but that did not stop you. Okay, I've actually watched this show once, which I believe it was one of those cooking shows, and you guys are like, what the fuck is he talking about, a cooking show? But it had this scene, and it really marked me, which is, so it's this guy, he's really well known in London. I don't know, he's a blonde guy. Damn it, I never remember his name. Jamie, Cooking with Jamie, something like that. So this guy, he goes out to Italy or whatever, and he goes to this restaurant, and they let him cook there for one night. And the customers were going to give him, you know, basically they were going to review the dishes that he made, and they were gonna leave good reviews and bad reviews. So at the end of the night, the guy is with the chef, who was the owner of the restaurant, right? So at the end of the night, they're counting the reviews, and he's like, okay, these right here. Whoa, wait, I need to pick something up. Let's see. Okay. The ticket from my game. Good. This is good stuff. And I need something else. Okay, let's say this thing. Okay, so picture these two items, right? These two items as stacks of reviews. Okay, so what the chef, who was the owner of the restaurant, said, okay, so these are the good reviews, right? And Jamie says, yes, this stack is the stack with good reviews. Okay, this stack is the stack with bad reviews, right? He says, yeah. So the chef grabs this stack, which was the one with good reviews, and he says, okay, this one you don't need. Now, this one is the one that matters. And why is that? Because the bad reviews, when someone gives you a bad review, it shows you something that you can really improve. Now, obviously, I can't just take out comments from bad reviews, because this is obviously not like a restaurant or anything like that. So I take the good with the bad, and because it's not, I'm not just taking the comments you make to improve myself, I'm also taking them because I want to answer your questions in person. But what I'm saying is that whenever someone makes a bad comment, and, you know, I try to answer the bad comments as well. Obviously, I'm not encouraging you guys to leave bad comments. If you do that, I'll bitch slap your mother. But yeah, never mind. I love this chair. This chair is so fucking noisy. I love it. It's just amazing. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much for your comment, the Yeti, and sorry for getting a little bit drawn out there. And oh my God, the next comment. Oh my God, this comment comes to you from the Big C. Big C from TGN says, you should see my ultimate teabagging video. I can't believe you didn't piss yourself when Fat Confucius bagged your face in Azura's wrath. Oh, the Big C is so fucking hilarious. I just had to put that comment there. So I didn't even picture that thing as being a teabag, but once I saw his video, I guess, yeah, it is a friggin' huge teabag when the guy's like, teabag you in the face. Yeah, the Big C has commented on the Rurikhan website. This is an event, people. This day shall be remembered. Thanks for your comment, Big C. Next up, we have Eyes Miney. Eyes Miney, I'm not sure if that is how it is pronounced. It is E-I-S-M-E-N-I. Ismini, I don't know. He says, hello, I started playing Dark Souls a month ago and got hooked real bad. In my view, this is the best game I've ever played. I really enjoyed watching you play Dark Souls and would be glad to see more game times. Anyways, thanks for a good time. Another person I've introduced to Dark Souls. It makes me ecstatic to introduce people to Dark Souls. So, From Software, where's my goddamn commission already? I'm being serious. Do you see me laughing? I am not laughing, From Software. Commission. Here, this guy, got it? Or at least invite me when you release Dark Souls 2 or Demon Souls 3 or whatever you want to call it. Invite me. Friggin' pay me a plane ticket to go and introduce your game or something. Thank you. Thanks for your comment, Ismini. Next up from Stromwolf. Stromwolf says, sup boss, I've been watching your Dark Souls Let's Play episodes since the beginning and I'm loving the new game plus. All I have to say is damn bro, beast mode all the way. Bro fist, right there, bro fist. Beast mode all the way. Whoa. Yeah, here it is. I was wondering how you were going to pull New Game Plus off, but it has been entertaining throughout. Adding the PvP rules keeps the videos fresh, as does switching up your path from the first playthrough. I laughed, I cried when you lost humanity and a buttload of souls. Yeah, you cried. I'm sure you cried. You cried yourself fucking laughing. That's what you did, bastard. And I've been at the edge of my seat every time you sent invaders home to their mommies with a packed lunch and a sore ass. I remember this. I was reading this one yesterday and I started laughing when I read this comment. Keep up the good work, game bro. Goddamn right I will, Stromwolf. You goddamn right I will. Next up from Slybot. Hey Rurikhan, loving all the Dark Souls you're doing. I was just wondering though if you could do another guide for your Sith assassin tank on SWTOR. I'm actually thinking about making one of those, or a Sith warrior. Your Jedi Sage healing guide inspired me to make one, and I would love to see how you play your other character. Okay, so here's the thing. Not a Sith assassin, but Jedi Shadow, which is pretty much the same thing. So when I do make the guide for the Jedi Shadow, you should be able to just adapt it to your Sith Assassin. Next up, from Geralt of Rivia. Hey Ruri, great video as usual. I have a question for you about Dark Souls. The Witcher 2, Skyrim, and Mass Effect 2 are probably my top 3 games of all time. I'm a huge RPG fan. I love watching your Dark Souls videos, but I'm still unsure whether I should buy it or not. So how would you compare Dark Souls to the 3 games that I previously mentioned? Oh, and by the way, what happened to your Witcher 2 playthrough? Well, my Witcher 2 playthrough, I finished the game, but I didn't finish doing the playthrough because there were a lot of projects at the time on TGN, and the Witcher 2 playthrough was giving us a couple of views, but it wasn't enough, so I basically had to focus on other projects at that point in time, which is why I did finish the game. I loved the story. I love it, but I never finished the playthrough. I'm sorry. So let's see. He says he wants me to compare Dark Souls with The Witcher 2, Skyrim, and Mass Effect 2. Okay. Mass Effect 2 and Witcher 2, as well as Skyrim, are all incredibly story-driven games. Okay. Dark Souls is not that much into story, but what it does have is a lot more action. So Mass Effect 2 has a lot of action, but it's a shooter, mostly. It's more of a shooter than anything else. Dark Souls, however, is more of a melee type game. So I don't know exactly how I can put it, but let's put it like this. The combat of Dark Souls is more rewarding than the combat of Witcher 2, and I'm sorry to say, because I know there's a lot of Skyrim fans out there, but to me, it is also more rewarding than the combat of Skyrim because it focuses a lot more on dodging and, you know, basically the stuff that you guys know about Dark Souls. Dodging, parrying, blocking, you know, everything has a certain time. You need to know how to do it. You need to know how to backstab. All of that stuff really makes Dark Souls, in my opinion, to be a better game in the terms of combat. In the terms of story, Skyrim, Witcher 2, and Mass Effect 2 probably own Dark Souls' face. So I would say that Dark Souls is more of a game where you go to play it for the action than for the story. Okay? And there's like no huge decisions, so to speak, in Dark Souls 2. It's not like, oh, I decided this and now this is going to happen. Yeah, there's a couple of consequences, like let's say you kill Lord Gwendolyn. Well, and Orlando becomes black and that kind of stuff. There's a couple of consequences to your actions, but they don't really, they don't have that impact that a decision has, like let's say in Mass Effect 2 or something like that. Those decisions really have impact. Or in the case of The Witcher 2, where you take decisions and the third level changes completely. That kind of stuff. You don't have that kind of stuff. It's more about the action. Personally, I would say buy it because I love Dark Souls 2. I'm still playing Dark Souls 2. And I think there was even a comment in reply to your comment saying, dude, just get Dark Souls already. It's an awesome game. And it is. But it is different from The Witcher, Skyrim, and Mass Effect 2. It is very, very different. But I still feel that Dark Souls kind of comes on top. Well, maybe not of all of them. I would say that in terms of combat, I would put Dark Souls on the same level as Mass Effect 2. Because Mass Effect 2, I've just started playing Mass Effect 2, and I really love the combat in Mass Effect 2 as well. And I would put it at the same level. And I would say that The Witcher 2 and Skyrim don't have as much a good combat system. And you're like, whoa, what do you mean? Well, because The Witcher 2, at least in my playthrough, what I did was I invested into melee and into that blue shield thing because it was kind of the stuff that I found myself using most of the time. And it became just a mash fest most of the time. It was just like, whoa, turn on my shield, smack everything down. And it was a really enjoyable game, but the combat was definitely not as rewarding as Dark Souls. Dark Souls is really very skill-based, and I really love it. So yeah, it's more about action and combat than the story itself. Having said that, it still has awesome cinematics, and it still has some story, but it's a very confusing story. It's Japanese, it's really messed up, but it's still a good story. It's just not, let's say, as memorable as a Mass Effect or something like that. So hope this kind of illustrates it a little bit for you. Next up from Ruhan, he says, hey Ruri, I enjoy everything you've done so far, even if I don't have time to watch everything you're releasing on your site. You bastard! How dare you? Just kidding. I started to watch you while you were doing World of Warcraft videos, and I respect your choice of leaving it. Ever since, you seem to have a lot of fun on every game you're currently playing. Maybe you have too much games at the same time, but the best is to enjoy what you are doing now. I would like to have help and advice regarding making videos. Yes, I will be doing World of Warcraft videos. I know you gave your email address on many videos to contact you, but I couldn't find it. Would be good if you had a contact me button somewhere. Hoping to hear something back from you. You can just email me at rurikhan@gmail.com, and if you guys spam me, I will start blocking everyone that spams me, just saying that, but feel free to email me at rurikhan@gmail.com. And you want tips for doing World of Warcraft videos? Well, for starters, I would need to know if you are using a PC or a Macintosh. If you're using a Macintosh, you need to get yourself ScreenFlow, which in my opinion is the best way to edit World of Warcraft videos on the Macintosh. If you are on the PC, you need to get yourself Fraps and Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas, one of those, and those are the two programs you need. And maybe to record audio, you should get Audacity, but Audacity is free, so that's cool. And those are the three programs you need in the PC. So as you can see on the Macintosh, you only need ScreenFlow. On the PC, you need Fraps, video editor, and audio recorder. Yeah, I know, I love Macs. I really love Macs, but actually don't forget what I've said, that a lot of people think that I'm an Apple fanboy. If I'm an Apple fanboy, how come I've cussed at Apple for releasing an operating system like OS X Lion, which really, in all honesty, is like 10 steps down from Snow Leopard. Yeah. I regret installing OS X Lion, and I always will. Although I don't really have considering that I don't have even the time to make all the videos I want to make, imagine if I had to format my computer as well to downgrade it back to Leopard. That would be ridiculous. So, whatever. But I'm getting lost here. So anyways, just email me a couple of questions and I'll try to get back to you. But like I said, I've been really, really busy, so it might take a while for me to get back to you on that. So yeah, next up from Milla Light. Hey Rurikhan, great job on the videos. Quick question, why hasn't the Wildcards website been updated? It was a really nice site to see what you and SideStrafe were up to. Yeah. Well, me and SideStrafe, we've been busy with other projects and we've kind of neglected the Wildcards project. I mean, the website is still there, but we haven't really been working on it. I mean, I'm not saying that the Wildcards project is over, but right now we're definitely taking a break on it. I mean, if you want to follow SideStrafe, you should check out his YouTube channel. He actually has a YouTube channel and he is partnered, in case you guys did not know. You can go to youtube.com/SideStrafe. I'll either drop a link in the description or make an annotation. I doubt I'll make an annotation because this video is really, really long and having to find the specific section to put the annotation. But I will put a link to his channel in the description box if I can remember. If I don't remember, someone bitch slap me in the comments or something. But anyways, this channel is youtube.com/SideStrafe. And since you typed SideStrafe correctly, that is his channel. So it's easy to stay updated on what he's up to and what I'm up to. So yeah, we both play SWTOR together every now and then. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next up, actually, if you go to his website, you will see the only videos I think there are of me playing my Scoundrel on Dungeons. Next up, from Alex. Alex says, hey Rurikhan, lol, I thought I was the first one to see this. Boo. He is commenting on my Dark Souls, Iron Golem, and chicken shit PvP video. But anyways, I had a question. Even though you said you're not as good as PvP, nor am I. Seriously, I've tried everything, but I was hoping you could make a video on how to build characters to be ready for PvP. Seriously, I've been playing and I drain time into my character, but PvP ass kicking and lol, I would understand if I just sucked. I would say straight up, but 30 hours, soul level 125, new game plus. I don't know if I suck that much. So yeah, if you could make a separate video to help me make a good PvP character, that would be awesome. Keep posting, bro. Well, can't help you there. Because I don't know how to do proper PvP, to be completely honest. It's just like, if you watch me PvP in Dark Souls, I'm like brute force. It's just like, I just picked the weapon that scales the best in the game, supposedly. And I just want to scale it up so hard. It's like when I actually hit someone in the face with it, I'll cleave through their fucking skull. That's my thoughts on PvP. I want to smash people up. I want to smash them up so bad, I want to make them bleed and cry at the same time. But I honestly do not know. I know that usually people either go for dex builds or magic builds. What seems to be really common these days that I've noticed is the magic build with the Moonlight Greatsword, which you get by chopping the tail off Seath, which is actually a really hard tail chop. I've done it, and it's a pain in the ass to chop the tail of Seath. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I even remember I was in I was in Skype with a couple of friends, and they were discussing something about League of Legends. And all of a sudden I'm like, why can't I chop this fucking tail? It was like chopping on wood, dude. I'm telling you, I was like in my sword, like, I must have hit that tail like 50 times. I almost killed Seath without chopping that goddamn tail off. It was retarded. So yeah, but that's what people are doing. They're picking up Seath's sword and just decking themselves out in magic and just going with magic. They also have that thing that does the 5 balls on top of you and then shoots out automatically out to everyone. That's also something they do a lot. And then they use the special ability of the sword to kind of finish you off. So there's those intelligence builds. Then there's the faith builds that just spam Wrath of God, which I don't really like all that much. It's kind of boring. And which other builds are there? Oh yeah, there used to be these builds which were the Path of the Tranquil or whatever, but those don't work anymore. At least I haven't seen anyone using that in a long time. And Dex builds, haven't seen any of those either lately. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the most experienced person in PvP, and I think that me doing a PvP guide for Dark Souls would actually be a disservice to the community, because everyone would be getting their asses kicked. Because even though I've been beating up a couple of people in PvP, trust me, there's a lot of luck in that. There's a lot of luck involved in that. But anyways, Next up from ZJR. That is a cliffhanger and a half, which is very well done to make everyone want tomorrow to come faster to watch an entertaining death montage, because everyone has died there about 5 times per playthrough. However, I'm betting on 7 deaths and instant music as soon as the next video starts. Good vid and keep New Game Plus coming on a daily basis. Well, daily basis I've already failed because I don't have an episode to post today, and I still have to edit the episode and then upload the episode I did before this show. So yeah, but I am trying really hard to release. If it's not once a day, it's going to be like once every other day, and sometimes it will be on once a day, but I'm trying really hard to keep the thing going while I'm doing all this other stuff. But yeah, this comment was posted on the cliffhanger that I left when I was going through that section that everyone falls down because of the 2 Black Knights that are shooting the giant ass arrows at you in Anor Londo. And all I gotta say to this comment is, I did it on the first try, bitch. What you got now? First try. That's right, the first motherfucking try. New Game Plus. Oh yeah. Anyways, those were all the comments I had for today. So now let me just deliver you guys the rest of the updates. So I've been telling you guys, oh, I'm working so hard, and I still haven't told you guys what I've been working on. So now I'm going to reveal that. I've been also doing recruitment for TGN, which means I'm looking for channels that can be partnered. However, I'm doing so only on the Portuguese community, because there's already a huge team searching for people in America and Canada and now in Spain, I believe. So I think I'm one of the only directors in TGN that speaks Portuguese, which basically means, if you guys remember right at the start when I couldn't be YouTube partner, I was always so pissed off that I had this really great channel and I couldn't be partner. And it really pissed me off. And now I'm kind of flipping the tables, which is basically flipping table. No, I'm actually flipping the coin, which is basically I'm trying to get Portuguese people partnered. And that's what I've been working on. If you guys go to the link tgn.tv// I'm really tired, sorry. If you go to the website tgn.tv/Portugal, you will see that I've developed the whole website with instructions on how to get a hold of me in order to be able to partner your channel and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff I've been working on. Also translated a full contract for TGN, which obviously took also a lot of my time, and I still do a lot of management on that area of recruitment. So if you're Portuguese, your channel has like over 2,000 views or getting close to getting over 2,000 views, you can get a hold of me and I can try to get your shit partnered. So yeah, I've been doing that as well. Something else, God, I'm tired. Something I forgot to say is that on my channel, the favorites playlist, because I mean, you know, you have all those playlists in channel. One of the playlists that I have is called the favorites, which is when you go to a video and say add to favorites, whatever, when you favorite a video. So all the videos that I'm favoriting right now are videos that I upload exclusively to TGN Central. And I also wanted to let you guys know I uploaded a montage not so long ago. I still haven't posted it on the website because it slipped my mind, but I'll try to post it up on the website as soon as possible. It is a Secret World montage. I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing Secret World or not, but it definitely got me interested. It seems to be an interesting game, but I'm not sure. I mean, there's so many games. One of the games that the only game I'm really sure I'm going to play right now, the 2 games I'm sure I'm going to play is 1, Kingdoms of Amalur, 2, Guild Wars 2. Those are 2 games that I know that besides all the stuff that I've been playing lately, the 2 games that I'm going to be focusing most on next is definitely Kingdoms of Amalur and Guild Wars 2. Just to let you guys know. Also, since we're talking about Kingdoms of Amalur, there is currently a poll on the website so that you guys can select the type of character that I'm going to make in Kingdoms of Amalur. It's got obviously the options of warrior, rogue, or mage. You guys pick whatever you want. Pick one of these 3 for me to play in Kingdoms of Amalur. And yeah, I'd really appreciate you guys go to the website, pick the option on the poll, and I will roll whichever character you guys choose. And then there was also a comment about Fallout 3. I don't have the comment on this list for some reason. But someone, oh yeah, it was because it was actually posted on YouTube, I think. but someone asked me to make a Fallout 3 playthrough. That is gonna be hard. Like I did get Fallout 3 donated to me by Smanchez. It was really nice of him, and it's definitely a game that I want to play because I still haven't enjoyed the wonders of Fallout. And I've also heard that Fallout 3 is better than New Vegas. So definitely if I want to play a Fallout game, it's going to be Fallout 3. And since I got it donated, I have no excuses. And I do plan on playing it. I'm not sure when. But if you guys want to leave me in the comments something about which class, I'm not sure if it has classes. I'm not sure exactly how Fallout 3 works. I never played Fallout games. So it's definitely a new experience for me. So it could be interesting. I mean, just leave me, for those of you who know about Fallout 3, tell me what type of character I should make. Just leave it in the comments, and I'll try to make a character based around the comments you guys leave. And that is going to be it. My throat is just completely over. She's like, no, dude, it's like 7 videos. That's too much. Too many hours, too many hours. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I had to make a Rurikhan show. If I didn't make a Rurikhan show, I wouldn't feel good about myself. And here it is. And I also did my Dark Souls thing because I know that you guys cannot stand not having Dark Souls content. So it's also there. And now what I got to do is I got to stop this. Got to edit all this stuff, all these 7 videos that I've made today. And yeah, it is 4:30 in the morning. Time to get to edit. See you guys in the next one.